Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you stood up from a chair without using your hands? Seems like a small thing, right? But for millions of older adults, that one simple motion is no longer simple. In fact, it's become a daily struggle, and a dangerous one at that. Here's a number that might surprise you. Every 11 seconds, a senior in the United States is treated in the ER for a fall injury. And in many of those cases, the root cause isn't poor eyesight or a slippery floor. It's muscle loss. A condition called sarcopenia, the gradual, silent wasting of your muscles as you age, is robbing seniors of their independence, their safety, and even their joy. What's worse, most people don't even know it's happening. By the time you turn 60, your body naturally begins losing up to 1% of muscle mass per year. By age 80, you could be down 30 to 40% from your peak. And that muscle isn't just for show. It keeps you standing tall, protects your bones when you fall, and fuels your ability to do the things you love, whether it's gardening, golfing, or chasing after grandkids. But here's the good news. You can fight back. No, you don't need to join a CrossFit gym or lift heavy weights every day. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines. Sometimes, the key to reversing muscle loss is already on your plate, or should be. In today's video, we're diving into the 6 most powerful, science-backed foods that can help you preserve your muscle, reclaim your strength, and feel younger from the inside out. These aren't exotic, hard-to-find superfoods. They're practical, proven, and in many cases, delicious. We'll also share a real-life story of Mary, a 74-year-old woman who was told she might never walk unassisted again after a fall. But with a few smart changes to her meals, just food, no meds, Mary stunned her doctors and regained her freedom in just a matter of weeks. This video could be a turning point for you, or for someone you love. So if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, or you're caring for someone who is, grab a notebook, stay with us to the end, and let's explore what truly strong aging looks like. Because aging is inevitable. But growing weaker? That's optional. Let's get started. Food number 1. Whole eggs, nature's muscle starter. Don't skip breakfast. And whatever you do, don't skip the yolk. For decades, eggs were the villain of the nutrition world. Too much cholesterol, they said. Too risky for your heart. But science has since taken a dramatic turn. And now, whole eggs are reclaiming their place as one of the most complete, muscle-friendly foods on the planet. And it's not just for bodybuilders or gym rats. It's for anyone who wants to hold on to their strength after 60. Why eggs matter? Each large egg delivers about 6 to 7 grams of high-quality, complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs, but can't produce on its own. And more importantly, eggs are rich in leucine, a key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis, the very process by which your body builds and repairs muscle. Why is leucine so important for seniors? Because as we age, our muscles become less responsive to growth signals. This phenomenon is called anabolic resistance. Your body hears the signal, but doesn't respond like it used to. Leucine helps break through that wall. But here's the thing. Half of that leucine is in the yolk, along with other essentials like vitamin D, choline, selenium, and healthy fats that support your hormones, especially testosterone and growth hormone, both critical for muscle health. Yet many older adults still throw out the yolk, believing it's the unhealthy part. Let's set the record straight. Current research including findings from the University of Illinois, shows that whole eggs outperform egg whites alone when it comes to building muscle. In fact, eating whole eggs after exercise produced a 40% higher muscle building response than eating the same amount of protein from egg whites. The yolk isn't the problem, it's the solution. But what about cholesterol? It's a fair question, and for years, doctors warned seniors to avoid eggs due to cholesterol fears. But the newest evidence, including data from Harvard and the American Heart Association, shows that dietary cholesterol doesn't necessarily raise blood cholesterol in most people. In fact, for many seniors, moderate egg consumption may actually improve HDL, the good cholesterol. Unless you've been specifically told otherwise by your doctor, 1 to 2 whole eggs per day is not only safe, it's beneficial. How to eat eggs for maximum muscle benefit. Timing matters. Your body is especially responsive to protein after fasting, like when you wake up. Start your day with eggs. Post-exercise recovery. If you do resistance training or light strength exercises, eat eggs within 30 to 60 minutes after finishing. Make it a habit. Don't just eat them once a week. Make eggs a daily rhythm. Boiled, poached, scrambled, or in an omelet with leafy greens. Pro tip: for portability, hard-boiled eggs are perfect. Seniors with limited mobility or energy for meal prep can batch cook a dozen eggs once a week and have a ready-to-go muscle snack every day. Real-world example. When Mary began her muscle recovery journey at age 74, one of the first things her nutritionist recommended was reintroducing eggs into her breakfast. She started with just one a day. Within a few weeks, her energy rose. She felt fuller, stronger, and more capable of walking without assistance. Her confidence began returning with each step and each bite. So, whole eggs are your morning muscle insurance. But what about inflammation? The hidden enemy that speeds up muscle breakdown as you age. That's where our next food comes in. It swims in omega-3s and could do wonders for your aging muscles. Food number 2, fatty fish, the anti-inflammation powerhouse. If you're over 60, inflammation is more than just a nuisance. It's the silent thief stealing your strength day after day, and one of the best defenses is hiding in your seafood aisle. Why fatty fish builds muscle? Let's talk about salmon, mackerel, sardines, and other fatty fish. They're not just good for your heart. They're some of the most powerful muscle-preserving foods for seniors. Why? 2 words: omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These 2 compounds are potent inflammation fighters. And for aging muscles, that's a big deal. As we grow older, our bodies tend to fall into a state of chronic low-grade inflammation, a condition sometimes referred to as inflammaging. This weakens muscles, damages tissues, and even blunts the anabolic effects of protein, meaning your body doesn't respond to muscle-building signals the way it used to. Omega-3s work at the cellular level to calm that inflammation, enhance muscle protein synthesis, and even improve insulin sensitivity, which is crucial because insulin helps shuttle amino acids into muscle cells. What the research says: a landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed adults over the age of 65 for 3 years. Those who ate fatty fish at least twice a week had significantly less muscle loss than those who rarely included it in their diets. Another study from Washington University found that seniors who took omega-3 supplements increased muscle protein synthesis by over 30%, even without changing their exercise routines. How to eat more fatty fish. Without making it complicated, aim for 2 to 3 servings per week of fatty fish. A standard serving is about 4 to 6 ounces, the size of a deck of cards. Wild caught is best when possible, especially for salmon and sardines, which tend to have the highest omega-3 content. If fresh fish feels intimidating, canned salmon, sardines, or mackerel are affordable and easy to prepare. Just drain and mix into salads or whole grain bowls. For those who don't like fish or have trouble preparing it, a high-quality fish oil supplement can be a helpful alternative. But remember, whole food sources are always the gold standard. Pro tip: try making a simple salmon salad using canned wild-caught salmon, Greek yogurt instead of mayo, celery, and a dash of lemon juice. Serve it with whole grain toast or wrap it in lettuce for a refreshing anti-inflammatory lunch. Real-life connection. Mary's daughter added baked salmon to her Sunday dinner routine, at first just once a week. Over time, Mary began to feel less sore after movement, and her post-walk recovery improved noticeably. By the second month, she was requesting salmon again, this time on a Wednesday. Bonus benefit: brain plus muscle connection. You've probably heard omega-3s are great for brain health. But did you know the brain-muscle axis is very real? Fatty fish helps preserve neuromuscular function, keeping your reflexes, coordination, and movement patterns sharp as you age. In short, healthy brain, strong body. You've got the anti-inflammatory power of fatty fish working for you. Now let's shift to a surprising muscle protector you might already have in your fridge. It's creamy, tangy, and perfect as a bedtime snack. Food number 3, Greek yogurt, the nighttime muscle guardian. They say muscles are built in the gym, but protected in your sleep. And Greek yogurt? It's the quiet hero that works overnight to keep your strength intact. The secret power of Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt isn't just a trendy snack. It's a nutritional powerhouse, especially for seniors looking to preserve muscle and protect their body overnight. Here's what makes it stand out. Casein protein. Unlike fast-digesting proteins like whey, casein breaks down slowly, releasing a steady stream of amino acids into your bloodstream over several hours. This is particularly important during the 7 to 9 hours of overnight fasting, when your body goes without food. And what happens during that time? Your body, if not fed, begins breaking down muscle tissue to meet its protein needs. But with Greek yogurt before bed, you're feeding your muscles while you sleep. The muscle math. A standard 6-ounce serving of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt delivers 15 to 20 grams of protein, high levels of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. A healthy dose of probiotics for gut health. It also contains leucine, the powerful amino acid that signals your muscles to grow and repair. So you're not just feeding your muscles, you're giving them the exact tools they need to rebuild stronger. Bonus benefit: bone and gut support. Muscles and bones work as a team, and Greek yogurt delivers nutrients like calcium and vitamin D that strengthen your bones, essential as the risk of fractures increases with age. Even better, its live probiotic cultures support a healthy gut, which is vital for absorbing nutrients efficiently, managing inflammation, and protecting your immune system. More research is showing that gut health is directly tied to muscle maintenance, especially in older adults. Think of it this way: if your gut isn't happy, your muscles won't be either. How to make it work for you. Choose plain, full-fat versions with no added sugars. The fat helps with nutrient absorption, and avoiding added sugars reduces inflammation. Avoid flavored varieties with high sugar content. They can spike insulin and contribute to fat gain. Enhance naturally with fresh berries, antioxidants plus fiber, chia or flax seeds, omega-3s, a drizzle of raw honey or cinnamon for taste. Best time to eat it? About 30 to 60 minutes before bed, especially on days you've been active or exercised. Mary's routine. A small spoon, a big difference. Mary struggled with nighttime hunger and would often reach for cookies or crackers, but her nutritionist suggested a simple swap: plain Greek yogurt with a few blueberries. Not only did it help curb cravings, but she began waking up with more energy and less stiffness. After 2 weeks, Mary said something unexpected. "I don't feel like I aged overnight anymore." The science behind sleep plus muscle. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that casein protein before sleep significantly enhanced overnight muscle protein synthesis in older adults. So yes, you really can build and protect muscle while you sleep, if you feed it right. Greek yogurt is quiet, humble, and incredibly powerful. But now it's time to go green. Literally. Our next food may not look muscular, but inside, every leaf is a surge of strength you didn't expect. Food number 4, leafy greens, the circulation boosters that power your muscles. You've probably never looked at a spinach leaf and thought, that's what strength looks like. But maybe it's time you did. The muscle-building magic inside greens. We often think of muscle-building foods as being packed with protein, and that's absolutely true. But there's a second layer to strength that gets overlooked: blood flow, electrolyte balance, cellular oxygen delivery. And guess what feeds all of those systems? Leafy green vegetables: spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard, and beet greens are more than just salad fillers. They are nutrient-dense, muscle-supporting machines, especially critical for adults over 60. Nitrates, the hidden power in every leaf. Let's talk about one of the most exciting nutrients in greens: natural nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide, a gas that helps relax blood vessels and improve circulation. That means better oxygen and nutrient delivery to your muscles, faster recovery, and more efficient performance, even during simple movements like standing up or climbing stairs. Researchers from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden found that older adults with higher nitrate intake had significantly better muscle function and endurance, particularly in the legs. That's not just about staying strong. It's about staying on your feet. The electrolyte trifecta. Leafy greens are loaded with magnesium, potassium, and calcium, 3 electrolytes that play critical roles in muscle contraction and relaxation, nerve signal transmission, preventing cramps and spasms. For example, a single cup of cooked spinach provides almost 40% of your daily magnesium needs. Kale is high in vitamin K, which supports protein metabolism and bone strength. And guess what happens when seniors don't get enough of these minerals? They suffer from muscle weakness, frequent cramps, and reduced mobility, all of which accelerate sarcopenia, muscle loss. How to eat more greens without getting bored. Smoothie it. Add a handful of spinach or kale to your morning protein smoothie. You won't even taste it. Sauté with garlic. A quick pan fry in olive oil with garlic and a dash of lemon transforms greens into a gourmet side dish. Mix into eggs. Scramble spinach or Swiss chard into your morning eggs for a power-packed start. Soups and stews. Add kale or beet greens to lentil soup or chicken broth for a comforting, muscle-friendly meal. Pro tip: pre-washed baby spinach or kale can save time and energy, especially for seniors with limited dexterity. Mary's greens. Go-to Mary had never been a big fan of greens. They taste like grass, she used to joke. But after her first leg cramp at 3 a.m., her coach told her, "You don't need more pills, you need more plants." So Mary started small, a handful of spinach in her eggs, some kale in her soup, arugula with grilled chicken. Within 2 weeks, she noticed fewer cramps. Within a month, she was climbing stairs without needing the railing. Brain and bone bonus. Don't forget, leafy greens don't just help muscles. They're also powerful allies for brain health, thanks to folate and antioxidants, bone density, due to calcium and vitamin K gut health, due to fiber and prebiotics. So when you eat greens, you're not just building muscle, you're fortifying your entire frame. So far, we've talked about protein, omega-3s, and circulation. But our next food is different. It's small, crunchy, and often overlooked. Yet inside every handful lies a mix of minerals, hormones, and healing fats that your muscles crave. Food number 5, nuts and seeds. Tiny packages of muscle power. They may be small, but don't let that fool you. Nuts and seeds are some of the most efficient, portable, and powerful muscle protectors on the planet. In just a few bites, you get minerals, healthy fats, and plant protein. Everything aging muscles need to stay strong. More than a snack, the muscle science of nuts and seeds. We don't often associate almonds or pumpkin seeds with physical strength, but maybe we should. These crunchy little foods are packed with nutrients that support muscle contraction and recovery, hormonal balance, cellular repair, inflammation control. While they don't have as much protein per ounce as animal products, nuts and seeds offer something that even meat doesn't. A perfect blend of micronutrients and healthy fats that help your body use the protein you do eat more effectively. Let's break it down. Almonds. About 6 grams of protein per quarter cup, rich in magnesium, crucial for energy production and muscle function. Also contain vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that protects muscle cells from age-related damage. Walnuts. High in ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that reduces chronic inflammation. Supports brain health, joint function, and tissue repair. Pumpkin seeds, pepitas. Excellent source of zinc, which supports testosterone production, key for muscle maintenance in older adults. Also rich in iron, important for delivering oxygen to working muscles. Sunflower seeds, packed with selenium, another antioxidant that helps prevent oxidative stress in muscle cells. Great source of vitamin B6, essential for protein metabolism, hormones, muscles, and healthy aging. One major reason muscle mass declines with age is the natural drop in hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone. Nuts and seeds support your endocrine system, the system that produces those hormones, by delivering healthy fats for hormone synthesis, zinc and selenium to regulate production, antioxidants to protect glands and cells from wear and tear. In short, they help you keep the hormonal machinery running smoothly as you age. How to eat them without overdoing it. Because nuts and seeds are calorie-dense, portion control matters, especially if you're trying to maintain or lose weight. Ideal serving, 1 to 2 ounces per day, about a small handful. Smart ways to enjoy them. Add a spoonful of chia or flax seeds to your morning oatmeal or yogurt. Toss a few pumpkin seeds on your salad or soup. Keep almond packs in your bag for on-the-go snacks. Blend nut butter into your smoothie. Just avoid added sugar. Pro tip: always choose unsalted, dry roasted, or raw versions to avoid excess sodium and unhealthy oils. Mary's midday muscle boost. Mary used to reach for crackers or cookies in the afternoon, but once her coach explained how nuts fuel strength, she swapped in a small bag of almonds and pumpkin seeds each day. Within weeks, her energy stayed steady through the afternoon, and she reported fewer nighttime cramps. "It's weird," she said. "I thought I'd miss the sweets, but now I miss the crunch if I don't have my nuts." What the science says. A study from Tufts University followed older adults with various blood levels of vitamin E. Those with higher levels experienced significantly less muscle loss over time, largely because vitamin E protects muscle membranes from oxidative damage. Another study linked zinc deficiency with lower testosterone and faster muscle breakdown in men over 65. That makes zinc-rich seeds especially important for aging males. Bonus benefit: anti-inflammatory plus heart health. Because nuts are rich in monounsaturated fats and antioxidants, they also reduce inflammation throughout the body. This benefits not only your muscles, but your joints, heart, and even your brain. So far, you've learned how protein, fats, and leafy greens fuel your muscles. But there's one more powerhouse food on our list, and it's not something you chew. In fact, it might just be the single most effective food supplement for seniors trying to rebuild strength. Food number 6, whey protein, the comeback catalyst for aging muscles. If there were one food that could hit the gas pedal on your strength comeback, one that worked faster, deeper, and more reliably than anything else, this would be it. It's not a fancy superfood. It's not trendy. It's simply whey protein, and it might be the best thing you're not taking. What is whey, and why it works so well? Whey protein is derived from milk during the cheese-making process. It's the liquid portion that gets separated from the curds, and once dried, it becomes one of the purest forms of protein you can consume. But whey isn't just high in protein. It's high in leucine, the same powerful amino acid we talked about earlier. In fact, whey contains more leucine per gram than any other food. That means it can trigger muscle protein synthesis faster, bypass some of the anabolic resistance that comes with aging, help rebuild muscle even in people over 80. What makes whey special is not just what it contains, but how your body absorbs it. Whey digests quickly, flooding your bloodstream with amino acids within 30 to 60 minutes. That's ideal for post-workout recovery, preventing muscle loss during illness or bed rest. Quick nourishment on busy days. The proof is in the research. A groundbreaking study at McMaster University looked at older adults who added 20 to 30 grams of whey protein daily to their diets. Results: 40% more muscle retention, better strength and balance improvements even in participants who weren't exercising. And when combined with resistance training, the results were even more impressive. Participants gained back muscle mass that was previously thought to be unrecoverable. Whey and whole body health. In addition to protein, whey provides cysteine, which boosts glutathione, your body's master antioxidant, bioactive peptides, which improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and support immune function. Whey protein can even enhance insulin sensitivity, a huge win for seniors managing blood sugar. And remember, when your insulin sensitivity is better, your muscles absorb more amino acids, building more tissue. How to use whey protein in real life. Take 20 to 30 grams of whey protein once daily. Best timing: within 30 minutes after activity or exercise, mix it with water or milk, Greek yogurt, and berries. a smoothie with spinach, banana, and flaxseed. Tip: look for whey, isolate, for faster digestion, or whey concentrate, more budget friendly. Avoid brands with added sugars, artificial sweeteners, or cheap fillers. For those with lactose sensitivity, hydrolyzed whey or plant-based blends may be better tolerated. Mary's muscle shake routine. As part of her recovery, Mary began drinking a daily whey protein shake after her 20-minute walk. She kept it simple: almond milk, vanilla whey, a handful of frozen berries, and a spoon of flaxseed. Within 2 months, her coach noticed measurable gains, not just in strength, but also in balance and endurance. "I don't get winded like I used to," Mary said. "That little shake gave me my afternoons back." The bigger picture: muscle equals longevity. Multiple long-term studies now confirm a simple but powerful truth. The more muscle you maintain after 60, the longer and better you're likely to live. Muscle doesn't just help you move, it helps you regulate blood sugar, maintain metabolism, prevent falls, stay independent, and even recover faster from surgeries or illness. And whey protein is one of the most powerful tools we have to protect that precious muscle, especially when life throws you curveballs. So now you know, whole eggs give you a strong start. Fatty fish reduce inflammation and supercharge recovery. Greek yogurt protects you overnight. Leafy greens boost circulation and minerals. Nuts and seeds provide hormonal support and plant power. And whey protein, it brings it all together. So now you've seen the science. 6 everyday foods with extraordinary power, working together to protect your muscles, restore your strength, and help you move through life with confidence. But what does this look like in real life? It's one thing to understand the research. It's another to see how it can change someone's world. Let us introduce you to Mary, a 74-year-old widow, gardener, and grandmother, whose journey through injury, weakness, and doubt brought her face to face with one terrifying truth: her muscles were vanishing. But instead of giving in, Mary fought back, one meal, one step, and one shake at a time. It was a crisp spring morning when Mary Reynolds, 74, stepped out into her backyard garden. Her roses were just beginning to bloom, and she had a fresh cup of coffee in one hand and pruning shears in the other. Gardening had been her passion for over 40 years, a daily ritual that kept her grounded after her husband passed. But that morning, everything changed. As she bent down to tie her shoe, she lost her balance. Her left foot slid on the slightly damp grass, and in an instant, she was down. Hard. "I didn't even feel pain at first," Mary recalls. "Just embarrassment. I thought I could get up, but I couldn't." She had fractured her hip, and worse, the x-rays revealed something her doctor didn't expect: significant muscle loss in her legs and core. The diagnosis: sarcopenia, age-related muscle wasting. The very condition that sends millions of seniors into hospitals, nursing homes, or permanent disability each year. Mary had always been relatively healthy. She'd never been overweight, didn't smoke, and only had mild blood pressure issues. But over the past few years, she'd stopped walking regularly. Her meals had become smaller, simpler, often toast, coffee, or soup from a can. "It creeps up on you," she said. "You don't notice the weakness until you try to get off the floor and realize you can't." Her hospital stay was long and frustrating. Physical therapy sessions exhausted her. Even sitting up in bed became a challenge. But what hit hardest was the emotional toll. The realization that her independence, her garden, her home, her ability to live alone was slipping away. I felt like I was vanishing, she whispered once to her daughter. Mary's daughter, Susan, was determined not to let her mother fade. She did some research and hired Emily Carter, a physical therapist and nutrition coach who specialized in geriatric muscle recovery. Emily wasn't the cheerleading type. She was calm, clinical, and honest. Mary, muscle loss isn't just age, it's biology, and it's reversible, but you have to fuel your body like it's rebuilding a house. Mary agreed to try anything. That's when Emily introduced her to what she called the Muscle 6 plan. 6 key foods that, when used together, could stop further muscle loss and reignite her body's ability to rebuild. Step 1. Breakfast with whole eggs. Mary started every morning with 2 eggs, lightly scrambled in olive oil. At first, she worried about cholesterol, but Emily explained that the yolk was essential for her recovery. Within days, Mary noticed a subtle change. She felt fuller, more energized, and didn't need mid-morning snacks. I hadn't eaten real breakfasts in years, she said. It made a bigger difference than I expected. Step 2. Adding fatty fish. Twice a week, Mary had grilled salmon or canned sardines with lemon and herbs. It wasn't fancy, but it gave her body the omega-3 fatty acids she needed to reduce inflammation and help her muscles absorb protein more effectively. I stopped feeling so stiff. My joints didn't ache as much when I stood up. Emily explained this was the fish oil working at a cellular level, helping Mary's muscles become more responsive to growth signals again. Step 3. Greek yogurt at night. One of the simplest but most powerful changes. A small bowl of plain Greek yogurt before bed, sometimes topped with berries and a drizzle of honey. This was the slow-digesting casein protein that worked all night long to prevent overnight muscle breakdown. Mary's verdict? I used to wake up sore and weak. Now I wake up feeling like I actually rested. Step 4. Leafy greens. Every day. Spinach, kale, and arugula became regulars in her soups, omelets, and even smoothies. These greens helped restore her electrolyte balance and improve blood flow to her muscles. That meant fewer cramps, better recovery, and a new sense of circulation in her limbs. I started walking a little farther each week, just 5 more steps, then 10. The greens helped more than I thought they would. Step 5. Nuts and seeds for a midday boost. Instead of crackers or cookies, Mary kept a small jar of almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds on the counter. They provided magnesium, vitamin E, and zinc, key minerals for muscle function and hormone production. It was such a small change, but I stopped crashing in the afternoon. I felt stable, even emotionally. Her digestion improved too, thanks to the added fiber and healthy fats. Step 6. Whey protein for recovery. After her short daily walks and light resistance exercises, Emily gave Mary a simple whey protein shake, vanilla flavored, mixed with almond milk and half a banana. The results were fast and profound. Within 3 weeks, Mary's legs showed measurable improvement in strength. She could lift herself from a chair without using her hands. Her balance scores improved. Her mood lifted. By day 30, Mary could walk around the block with a cane. By day 60, she was walking without it. By day 90, she was back in her garden, pruning her roses. But more than that, she had regained her confidence, her dignity, and her sense of self. I thought aging meant getting weaker, but now I see. It just means changing how you take care of yourself. Her doctor was stunned. He called it one of the most remarkable senior recoveries he'd ever seen. And the best part? Mary grinned. No drugs, no drama, just food and a little effort. At 75, Mary is still following her Muscle 6 routine. She now helps lead a local senior walking group and even shares recipes on Facebook. Her message is simple. It's not too late. Even if you feel tired, weak, or stuck, your body hasn't given up. It just needs the right kind of support. Don't wait for a fall to wake up. Start now. Feed your muscles like they matter, because they do. Mary's story isn't rare because she fell. It's rare because she got back up, stronger than before. The truth is, sarcopenia doesn't wait. Muscle loss begins quietly, but so does recovery. And often, it starts not in a hospital or a gym, but right there, in your kitchen. You don't need fancy diets or miracle supplements. You just need consistency, intention, and the right fuel. 6 foods, one choice at a time. A better outcome than most people ever expect after 60. So whether you're starting from scratch or you're just looking for an edge in staying active, mobile, and independent, start where Mary did. Take the first step today. Add whole eggs to your breakfast. Swap out that sugary snack for a handful of nuts or seeds. Try a Greek yogurt before bed. Blend up a whey protein shake after your walk. Get some greens on your plate. Grill up salmon this weekend. Small shifts today can mean bigger steps tomorrow. We want to hear from you. Have you tried any of these foods in your routine? Have you noticed changes in your strength, balance, or energy? Drop your story in the comments. We'd love to feature your comeback in a future video. And don't forget, like this video to support more health-focused content. Subscribe to stay informed, inspired, and strong. Share this with someone you care about because strength is contagious. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are just one decision away from getting stronger.